Shalom, shalom. And first and foremost, I want to say call Loyam La Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakudash. And double honors to the apostles, elders at Great Millstone. Salutations to you, Akim, pushing the work of truth and sincerity. America's officially been through, you know. But this got to be the dumbest stuff I ever seen in my life taking place in this society at the end of this age. Esau's going out horribly, you know. So this article, Brother Karatazar put this in the chat. I just want to touch on it just a little bit. You know, I ain't even thinking no precepts, but if something comes through the spirit, I'll bring it out. But this gotta be the dumbest time in the history of the world. Which only, you know, it proves that the Lord is working. All right? Because this place has such fame and such praise, but the way it's being taken out is the most shameful way ever. And like the scripture said, I think it's in Baruch where it says, miserable are the cities that received your sons. You know, miserable are those places that received thy sons, man. And it's gonna get miserable. You know, I guess I could go off of that precept, but it says here, U.S. Department of Homeland Security warns of increased risk of attacks. And I'm saying to myself, you gotta be the dumbest people on the planet Earth. All right, because you just opened the border up to tens of thousands of people and housing tens of thousands of people. All right? It's mismanagement. It's Esau looking really dumb. And call Loyam La Yahweh Shemal Shai. Because this place needs to go. You know? So they're gonna generate crises, all right, by hiring agents of chaos, because Esau does things. His mantra is order ab chaos, order out of chaos, and that's what we're gonna see. They're gonna be blaming people, probably, possibly blaming the prophets. You know, to try to make this short. You know, I normally can't record it when I'm driving, but I couldn't help it, man. You know, I could not help it. You know, so the point of this lesson is that, you know, we're at the end of an age, and the way it's going down is really beautiful. You know, because the way this place is about to fail, it's about to be really miserable. About to be very miserable, and rightfully so. All right, so they're talking about more increased attacks in the homeland, but you dummies open the border up for your agents of chaos to slip through the cracks. Everything is leading back to this devil being exposed, man, you know? So I do have a precept. You know, because the scriptures say miserable. Salaki. Let's see here. Yeah. You know, this might be a game changer. Because you know they need new conflict. They need new crises. You know, I read this book called Global Governance 2025, A Critical Juncture. And what it's explaining is that they need everybody on board to understand the situational projections that they have for the future. And they had multiple. The brother Iraq has explained it better than I can, even though I read the book. His mind just works like that. But even though, no, I want to say is that in that book they show you how they have to globally come together under a new world order because of all these different scenarios. That's what it was. These different scenarios on how, you know, the world was going to be destabilized through global warming, through terrorist attacks, through pestilence, and all of these things. They're essentially revealing their plans, you know. And we know the Lord has a huge hand in that, you know. I just wanted to point out how stupid, how all right, this society is going out. Okay, let me see. I don't say want to play games, but it says here, Baruch 4. All right, and at the end of the day, you can really smile about this shit that's taking place. All right. So Baruch 4 and 29, I'll start there. It says, "For he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation." Now we know this thing is bitter, and we gotta have patience. All right. I was just watching. I think it's the brother out of New York. Salakia for getting your name. But he was just he did a lesson on having patience is needed, you know, because you don't have patience, you can turn away from the truth, and the Lord can destroy your ass, you know. But this is something that we should take as a victory as this place goes down, and we should all change our mindsets as far as, you know, how we normally think. We got to transcend above what brother did, a lesson on the natural man, all right, being natural. Brother Yaakov Wall, here in GMS, Wisconsin. You know, we got to change our mindset and perception on this society and how and what's about to happen to it. Okay, because if you don't, you're gonna get caught up in it. You know, and Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. You know, so we can take this as a victory. Okay. I will read that article, just a little bit of it. You know, for he that hath brought these plagues upon you shall bring you everlasting joy with your salvation. Yeah, man, we've been facing a very bitter plight, a very bitter situation in the world alone. When you look at world history and what the Israelites had to go through. Now we're being essentially muzzled and, you know, and what's that word? Accused of being these horrible people, these violent people, when the violence has been done to us and continue to be done to us. All right. Verse 30: take a good heart, oh Jerusalem, say, take a good mind, right? For he that gave thee that name will comfort thee. Comfort is coming. All right? And we can damn sure look at these type of situations when we see articles like this and the downfall of this place. We can take that as a W. All right? It says, miserable are they that afflicted thee, and rejoice at thy fall. All right? Because these nations have done nothing but laugh at our plight. They laughed at our situation. They scorned us to death. All right? They accused us to death. All right? They brainwashed and culture created us to death. All right? We have absolutely no identity. Of course, the elect, the remnant, who are coming back and turning back and repenting, you know, towards the Lord, towards salvation. All right? So, miserable are the cities which thy children serve. All right? miserable is she that received thy sons. And that's America. That's the daughter of Babylon, she. All right? The mistress of witchcraft, the mother of harlots. All right? Babylon the Great, that great city. All right? And that great city is the society we living in right now as we speak. All right? You got these apologetic Christians, they're ignoring all this shit, and it's right in front of their face. All right? We damn sure finna get the victory, man. So, you know, hold on, push harder. Even though things are getting harder, I can say for myself, things have been very hard. Just to do lessons, been getting worn out. And it was through the Spirit, because I'm hearing other testimonies of brothers being worn out, but they're keeping their integrity. They're pushing harder and keeping their consistency, you know? And that's one thing we just have to be motivated about. Just be motivated, because we're getting a victory, all right? The shit may seem all screwed up and bitter and like nothing's happening, but you better damn well believe it's happening, all right? You know? So, for as she rejoiced at thy ruin, right? And was glad at thy fall, verse 33, so shall she be grieved for her own desolation. It's coming. This is just one aspect of the fall of this place. And like I said, they need a fresh crisis every now and again. But as they thinking they're doing something really smart, really covert, it's really dumb. All right? It's really dumb, because the scripture said the Lord ruleth in the kingdom of men and giveth it to whomsoever he will, even the bases of men. Now the bases of men goes into the dummies, complete dummies, and that's what Esau is, a complete dummy. Is there no wisdom in Teman? All right? And we know Teman to be the smart ones among the Edomites, but they're really stupid because they're self-sabotaging, all right? Because they want to have more control, more power, but with that, the Lord is going to trick bag them, subdue them, and finish them off, which is beautiful, all right? So Daniel, that's what it was, okay? Daniel 4 and 17, it says, this matter is by the decree of the watchers, all right, which are the angels firstly, and then the Lord have his angelos, all right, or, you know, his messengers here on earth, which are the prophets, right? It says in the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in kingdoms, in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the bases of men. All right? And we're seeing that base, genetically modified behavior of Esau. All right? He's a inherent, you know, he's inherently a dissident, estranged from the womb, you know, a real piece of shit, and it's about to show, you know? All right, so I didn't want to go too long. I kind of want to cut it there, you know? Scripture also saying Proverbs, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord, or something to the extent of that. All right, and like the courses of the river, you know,